Out of the 1,140 stranded natives who arrived at the Jiribam railway station in Manipur yesterday from Chennai, 347 students have reached Churachandpur today at around 1 a.m. The returnees underwent a second thermal scanning at the Peace Ground Transit Center in Churachandpur, where they were registered and dispatched to their respective isolation centers according to their constituencies. Currently, over 400 students have returned back to Churachandpur, including those who have arrived ahead of the Chennai students, particularly those coming from Shillong and Guwahati. That's right, viewers, a big development coming in from Churachandpur, as out of the 1,140 stranded natives who arrived at the Jiribam railway station in Manipur yesterday from Chennai, 347 students have reached Churachandpur today at around 1 a.m. The returnees underwent a second thermal scanning at the Peace Ground Transit Center in Churachandpur, where they were registered and dispatched to their respective isolation centers according to their constituencies. Currently, there are over 400 students who have returned to Churachandpur, and they include those who have arrived ahead of the Chennai students, particularly those coming from Shillong and Guwahati. And to tell us more on this, I'm being joined now over the phone from Churachandpur by my colleague Henry. Yes, Henry, definitely a very welcome development this, as 1,140 natives who had arrived at the Jiribam railway station. Out of them, a total of 347 students have arrived back in Churachandpur in the wee hours of today. So what are the latest updates you have for us regarding this, Henry?
Yeah, this is a very the resumption of these passenger train services has come as a blessing for many of the northeastern students staying in different places of the country outside the northeastern region, and which is why many of the students have arrived yesterday from Chennai, and 1,140 students have arrived, and other days, and reception was done at Jiribam. They have been sent to different places of their location. And now in Churachandpur, more than students, 47 students, have arrived this morning. Last night, actually, the timing of their arrival, the first bus was reaching here around 12 to 12:30, and then after that, the rest of the bus have arrived. And then now, 347 students are the exact numbers of students who have come from Chennai. And then rest of the people and students who have come and who have registered at the transit center of Peace Ground, where those of the people, students coming from Guwahati and then Shillong and some other places of the northeastern region.
Right. Well, yes, Henry, definitely this comes as a very welcome news, as already mentioned. But what we want to know at this point in time is what kind of quarantine measures and arrangements have been made by the authorities for these returnees, these stranded returnees?
Yeah, to take your question head on, I should say that the district administration has requisitioned 13 quarantine centers within the Churachandpur town proper, and then actually these quarantine centers have been made according to the assembly constituency, and assembly constituency has one MLA representing the constituency each, and that's why in different, in Churachandpur there is 6 assembly constituency, and that means that there is 6 MLAs. So in all these 6 assembly constituency, separate quarantine centers have been set up by the district administration, and for which he has requisitioned government schools and community centers and even some private schools also. And in all these places, these students, as soon as they have arrived to Churachandpur this morning, they were given a thermal scanning, and then first of all, they were first registered And after registration, they were made, an administration of thermal scanning was performed, and soon after that, they were sent to different places where they are supposed to be quarantined for 14 days. However, it may be interesting to point out here that after 14 days, completion of 14 days quarantine, they will be again quarantined at home by the community. By the community means the local civil society organization leaders will monitor their movement,
Right.
and then they will be informed or instructed to stay at home at least for 14 days, after which only they will be free to go about.
Right.